My name is Sabrina, and for what I thought to be a typical day at seminary, turned out to be one of the most spiritual days of my entire life. You know, growing up, I always kind of knew the church was true, but only a little bit, and my testimony was based off of other people's experiences, and I always heard about how great the atonement was and how it blessed their lives, but I didn't really understand it. And then 10th grade came, and I had been making some mistakes that I wasn't really proud of, that I just felt like were, the popular thing to do. Finally, I realized what a big mistake I had made, and I went to my mom and I was crying, and I told her about what had happened and how bad I felt. And she asked me if I needed to talk to my bishop, and I said, "No, Mom, I'm good. I won't do it again. I feel so bad." But I was convinced that I didn't need to talk to him because that would be embarrassing. And so I just continued on, not doing anything wrong. And then one day in seminary, my teacher gave a really powerful lesson that struck me so hard to the heart. He was talking about the atonement and applying it to our lives. And, I just remember I couldn't stop listening to him. He said that if you felt like you had a burden or something that you did in the past that you felt like was weighing you down, to go and talk to your bishop and not to be afraid. And in that moment, I felt the Spirit witness to me so strong that I needed to talk to the bishop, that I couldn't wait any longer. And I called my bishop, and then the next day I met with him. I told him everything, and it was hard, but then at the end it was so easy, and it just felt like I was finally, breathing for the first time. And I felt a type of joy that I hadn't felt in so long in my entire life. You sin and you can still be happy, but what you don't understand is once you can stand before God and say, "I am worthy," or go to the temple, it's a sort of joy that, doesn't beat anything. And I went to the temple that weekend by myself, and nothing was a greater joy than that. And ever since, I've been so happy, and I really have just felt the atonement in my life and the love that Christ has for me, and that's what the gospel means to me.